I Wandered as Lonely as a Cloud by William Wordsworth. Written in 1804, William Wordsworth's poem is probably one of the most famous in English literature. The poem was inspired by a real walk Wordsworth took with his sister Dorothy near Ullswater in the Lake District 2 years before. It captures the moment when the Wordsworths came across a long stretch of daffodils beside a lake, an image so joyful and lively that its memory would later bring William comfort and emotional renewal. The poem reflects key romantic ideas: the healing power of nature, the importance of feelings, and the way memory can enrich the mind. The poem is written in 4 6-line stanzas following a regular rhyme scheme and rhythm. This creates a steady, flowing pace which mirrors the sense of harmony the sight of the daffodils conveyed. The opening line immediately gives a sense of isolation and drifting movement. Clouds float above the world, detached and solitary, suggesting the speaker feels emotionally disconnected. This loneliness is interrupted when he sees the daffodils beside the lake. The shift from solitude to abundance is dramatic. Rather than being alone, he is now surrounded by life and colour. Consequently, the mood shifts from a sense of despondency or melancholy to someone captivated by nature's joy. Wordsworth's use of personification, the daffodils fluttering and dancing, makes the scene feel alive and welcoming. In the second stanza, Wordsworth expands the scale of the scene. The daffodils are compared with the Milky Way, a powerful simile which emphasizes not only their number but also their cosmic beauty. Moreover, the never-ending flowers stretching along the bay highlights his sense of awe, even if the figure of 10,000 is likely an exaggeration. Again, Wordsworth personifies the daffodils as dancing, reinforcing the joyful, rhythmic motion of the natural world. Here, the natural scene becomes almost overwhelming in its energy. The dancing metaphor continues into the third stanza, when the speaker compares the dancing daffodils to the waves beside them. Although the waves also sparkle, yet the daffodils still outshine them, deepening the impression that nature is particularly vibrant and uplifting. The overall effect on the speaker is one of joy. A semantic field of happiness is created by words such as glee, gay in its original meaning, and jocund. However, the speaker does not yet fully realize the true wealth the show of daffodils is demonstrating. This wealth is not financial, but emotional and spiritual, a recurring idea in romantic poetry where nature enriches the mind. Such a notion is raised in the final stanza. Here, it moves to the future, showing the lasting impact of the daffodils. Wordsworth felt that experiences in nature can nourish the imagination long after the moment has passed. Therefore, when the speaker feels empty-minded or anxious, his imagination, the inward eye of the poem, recalls the memory of the daffodils, which instantly raises his spirits. The phrase bliss of solitude captures a key romantic idea. Being alone is not always painful. It can provide clarity, peace, and emotional refreshment. This contrasts sharply with the poem's lonely opening. The poem ends on a joyful note. The heart, dancing, there's that metaphor again, mirrors the flower's movements, suggesting a unity between human emotion and the natural world. Overall, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud ultimately shows how a simple encounter with nature can transform a person's emotional state. At first lonely and wandering, the speaker finds joy in nature's beauty. Later, the memory becomes a lasting source of comfort. The poem's lively imagery, steady rhythm, and gentle tone all help communicate Wordsworth's central message: that nature offers emotional riches, healing, and imaginative energy long after the moment of the experience has passed. As a fellow romantic, William Blake too highlights the inspirational and influential power of nature in The Schoolboy, and how it should be enjoyed and not repressed by man-made institutions like formal schooling. Writing over a century later, and on the other side of the world, Claude McKay also explores how nature and memory are closely intertwined and its refreshing effects on the individual.